The most important thing for me is fun.
I like this particular sequence. It's cool, but Happy Chaos isn't doing anything cool. It's by some high-level players. I'll link the original video in the description. Has 0 pixels. Magic is keeping him alive. Trying to zone, but no meter, no concentration. When suddenly slap into the RC, the magic save, I don't know what was going through the Soul player's head. I feel like he had a lot of chances to stop this, but now he has to deal with the prime gameplay of Happy Chaos, which is zoning into I go in just to go out so that I can zone again with the amazing grab. It was an exciting sequence, but it was all about gun, and not a lot about Happy Chaos. What I want to find out is how do I use gun as a support while I'm doing some flipping and dipping, the likes of this, but on a casual level that I can actually repeat, because this is too much for me. I don't want to spend hours in training mode when I could be playing Waifu Pleaser 13 upgrading my character. So I'm thinking I'm gonna search and sort simple yet stylish tech that feels good to do and even better to land. Nothing that takes more than 30 minutes to grasp. Then, in a match, I'll do a simple block string, and if they do nothing, good, it's time for over-low cross setup mix. In situation where opponent presses something that I don't like, I'm gonna fish for baits and counters, and that should potentially lead to big damage, but I don't know any combos as of now, and I don't really want to learn any complicated combos, so I'm just gonna counter, shoot, super, and that should do satisfactory amount of damage. However, if I notice something, some element of the combo that I like, some clones for example, I will learn it, but again, nothing complicated. The pride and joy is the dust sequence though. It looks like you almost drop it, but then you not only pick it up, but you also change sides. It's kinda stylish. I don't know, I like it a lot. Now I'll start adding things, like to a spaghetti, until I end up with a nice dish or something resembling of a brain. That means, let's touch a bit of a mix-up. Just a tiny bit though. I know from the get-go that I wanna use his cross-up kick as my mix-up tool, or at least one of them. Maybe add some tricky OTGs here and there, keep the left and right going. I don't know about the rolls. I mean, rolls seem to be like an obvious choice of mixing opponent out when it comes to left and right, but I feel like I'm going to resort to rolls to do some sick dodges out of specific situations where I know out of my opponent's behavior that this is going to work, or I anticipate that due to the nature of the character, they're going to use moves that are highly rollable. Just a little into what I mean. Both Giovanna's spiral and flip are rollable. Maze rollable. And even though there are better ways to punish it, this is kinda stylish, fun, and easy to do on prediction. But then I thought, even better would be to try and do clone parries. Unfortunately, even though it's way more stylish than rolls, it appeared to be also a lot more situational and highly predictable, like you have to know, you know? I feel like in order to actually use clones more efficiently, I need more experience with the game itself rather than with the Happy Chaos. So for now, it's mostly a corner thing, but I'll keep an eye out on something flashy. Speaking of which, I was fighting in a match, and then suddenly the other relatively new Happy Chaos decided to stomp me. And the experience delighted me so much that I decided, even though I kind of used the move before, I was missing its stylish potential. I started in small to see how people react to the move, like what do they do, what makes it safe, what makes it unsafe, and then with the help of the Twitter tag, the multitude of uses has been found. Really cool looking stuff. It has a really good chaos element because it's easy to initiate if you have the meter, of course, but it's difficult to control inside of it, so most of the time I don't even know where it's going to land. There are also some setups that are supposed to work, like I can do them offline, but then when I try and do the same thing online, I keep messing up, but that's, I think it's a me thing. I noticed with Cappy Chaos, more than with any other character, I keep landing things, and it was supposed to be my moment, and then suddenly, oh, super, lose all your health, because I am the one who made either an execution mistake, or yada yada excuses. The shtick is to end combos with an air stomp to reduce their time on the ground, thus not letting up and keeping up the pace, which some players do not expect. Actually, most of them don't expect that. And finally, I'm trying to make them choose their fate. The combo with the steady aim, and if they recover forward, they guess when I pull the trigger, left-right mix-up. Or, if they don't want to eat the mix-up, they have to recover down or up, which is still being in the corner and waiting for me to do whatever I want to do with them, which often fails. In other words, experiments never stop. Some raw gameplay to glue it all together. Nothing fancy, just a generic match to give you an idea of how the general experience looks like. I'm going to dash back to see if he's going to press any buttons, and he did. I didn't punch it correctly. Missed the button, lost the neutral, and now Gold Lewis is allowed to play, and I'm allowed to react to whatever he's going to do. If I knew the matchup, I probably could have rolled out of something, but now I'm just trying to find any sort of opening, like this. Did no combo, just took concentration buff and bullets. Why? Well, because... That was definitely the groove. It almost felt as if I'm playing a rushdown character. I do not care that I have no resources, I have meter, which means disaster clone cancel misinputted. But if I did it correctly, that would have been the game. Regardless, I felt kinda good about that last sequence, so I started with a gold burst straight away. I was feeling myself, all the resources, felt like I needed to do something really unpredictable, so I went with a full dust. I did this combo thousands of times and I still failed it. That kinda got me. So mistakes they snowball, and I did another one, execution, and I wasted a lot of concentration and bullets, so I have to go all the way back to recollect myself. Fighting games, alright, figure it out now. Ball cancel. Did not mean to bait that at all, that was just the part of the block string, the ball and the bullets, but it worked out. Clone cancel, I did not fail this, but the clone did not protect me for whatever reason, even though it's supposed to protect you from things that are in front of you. And it ended in a flash. I felt like I had only 2 good sequences. And that's it. That's how most of my matches go. They excite me to play more, because I only had 1 good sequence, and the rest, it needs to be polished. Let's get the rating update. 2nd floor! Yes! As you can see, being very good at this game. All to impress the 2.5 men in this lobby.